Hi everybody, this is going to be a video on how to make a soft Catrina look. We're going to start by prepping our skin with an oil-free moisturizer. This is by First Aid Beauty. And now I'm going to take my Step 1 Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer, the mattifying primer, and I'm just going to concentrate that in the middle of my face. This is going to help my skin smooth out a little bit better, and it's going to mattify that area so that my foundation can go on nicely. Now I'm going to take a foundation that's a few shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm going to apply that all over my face with a foundation brush, and then I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. So right now I'm going to go in with a concealer that's quite a few shades lighter than my skin tone, and this is just going to make the look a little bit more pale. I'm concentrating that in the middle of my face, but I'm going to blend it out to the rest of my face. And this is the lightest shade, I believe, in the NYX High Definition Concealer. I'm just going to go in with a detail brush and I'm going to map out the shape I want around my eyes. I first started using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in white, but then I figured it was going to be a little bit more easy if I used something that had a little bit more pigment. Plus my pencil didn't have much of a sharp tip going on there, so I didn't have much to work with, so I switched to Crayola. And I'm just using the white shade in their Shimmering Vision Interference palette. So once I have an idea of the shape I want, I'm just smoothing that out with my finger. And I'm going in with the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. And I'm using the lightest shimmering shade in that palette to set the cream that I've already put on my eyes. It's really important for you to pat out the cream right before and blend it well with your finger, just so you won't seal in any creases. On top of that, I'm placing Bobby Dazzle, that's the white color in the Vice 3 palette, just to make it a bit more white. And now I'm going to go in with this flat shadow brush, and I'm going to pick up that magenta, shimmering magenta color in the Crayola palette. And the shape of this brush is just going to help me to shape out the petals around the eye shape. You're just going to take a bit of the product and just pat it on in the same shape that the brush is in. It just makes it a little bit more easy. Now I'm just going to set all the petals I made around both of my eyes with this purple shade. You can use any purple shade, I mean it's up to you what shade you want. I'm just using this Makeup Forever shimmering purple shade that matches pretty well with the color from the Crayola palette. Now I'm going to take the white liquid liner by NYX and I'm just going to make dots around each petal. It's not very difficult because the liner shape is pretty thin, so you're just going to dot it around each petal, and it's going to work basically the same as a dotting tool for nails. And you're just going to go around and repeat that around every petal. Taking a crease brush and the color Betrayal from the Vice 2 palette, I'm just going to shade around the crease of my eyes. Again, you can take any purple shade or blue shade or whichever color you want to make the Catrina look with, but I just wanted to mainly use purples and lilacs and pinks in this, so I'm using this. It's sort of like an iridescent purple slash pinky magenta bluish kind of indigo shadow. And now I'm going to mix in the pink and the purple from my Makeup Forever shadows, and I'm going to put that on top. And you don't really want to have a shape with this, you're just going to go around. It's going to be messy, it's going to just, basically you're going to look like you have a whole bunch of purple and pink around your eyes. So I'm going to pack on that hot pink around the crease area and underneath in the bottom waterline, and you're just going to blend that out as well. Just to clean up a little bit around maybe any fallout, I took a flat shader brush and that same highlight I used in the beginning. Now I'm going to use a white pencil liner by NYX, and I'm going to map out the contour area. It doesn't have to be quite perfect because we're going to shade in and then we're going to go back over it with the liquid liner, but you just want to have an idea. I find it best to map out the area with your mouth open. That's why I look a little bit silly there. But if you do it that way, if you don't have much of a contour going on, you're going to have a feel of where the bone is. So it's going to be a little bit easier to get those two to look pretty similar. Now I'm going over that contour I already did with the Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX in Lavender, and taking that color Betrayal and packing it on top of that. Again, it doesn't have to be clean. We're gonna make it look a little bit more sharp by the end with the white liquid liner. I'm also taking a NYX shimmering pigment in Lavender as well, and I'm gonna pack on the color on top of the Betrayal color just to soften it up a bit, so there's like a gradient effect instead of like a really sharp purple and then just white. And feel free to just blend colors together until you get that desired effect. Pack on colors and blend them together and see where it takes you. Now I'm just going to clean up the edge using the pencil and now a detail brush and the foundation I had already used on my face prior. And I'm going to clean up maybe a bit of the shadow that might have been over the contour line. I'm going to make that a little bit more sharp and crisp, so it's a little bit easier once we go in with the liquid liner to just go over that same line. Now I'm going to blend out whatever is left to blend out, put a little bit more color, and clean up a little bit over the nose to see if there's any fallout. Now I'm going to map out what I want my nose shape to look like with the pencil, the white pencil. And after we map out the shape, we could go in with a detail brush and fill it in with the white face paint by Crayon or with the jumbo pencil, whichever you'd like. Now I'm going in with Makeup Forever's Mist and Fix and Bobbi Brown's eyeliner brush, and I'm going to pick up the color Betrayal off of that Vice palette again, and this is just going to be some detail work around the nose area, just some shading. Now I'm going in with the Lavender Jumbo Pencil by NYX, and I'm going to take the plain white from the Crayon palette and the pearly white right next to it, and I'm just going to blend that into my lips and pale it out a bit. Going in with Shell Shock from the Vice 2 palette. It's a silver metallic color. I'm going to shade that over the lips and set the creams that I just put on. I'm also going to use on top of that Betrayal. I just want it to look gray, sort of purpley around the mouth area. And I'm going to shade that into the contour as well. Now is when we're going to take our liquid liner and we're going to outline the contour once again, just so it can look more graphic. Using the same liquid liner, I'm gonna add some lines on top of my lips, sort of to mimic maybe stitches or teeth or whatever you want it to be. But we're just gonna go in downward strokes next to the smile lines and then on top of the lips. So from this point on, you just sort of add on different designs around your face that you would want to add on. I put a heart shape in my forehead and did sort of like little petals in my chin. You're just going to use the same products we've been using. I used the liner and the jumbo pencil to map out the shape first, and then I filled it in with some Crayola cream, the magenta one, and then put some shadow on top of that. So we're just going to use the same products and then just do different shapes around your face. Once I was done with this in the video, it's not gonna be shown, but I did add a couple more marks like around my nose, sort of like leaves, because I thought it was a little bit too plain. So you're gonna see that at the end with the pictures, but it's not gonna be in the video. Now I'm just gonna be applying some lashes. These are the Celebrity Lashes by Sephora, and I'm going to take some tweezers and just place those on top of my natural lashes. Afterwards, I'm going to take a little bit of mascara and I'm going to bind my natural lashes with the fake lashes just so it looks a little bit more full and you don't have the white showing through, because that white shadow and the white cream is going to stick to your lashes. So you're going to take some black mascara and just run it through your lashes so you won't see any white underneath the fake lashes. Now for the finishing touch, I'm going to pull off half of my hair and I'm going to clip it up just to put on my flower crown. I made this out of just ribbon, a black ribbon, since my hair is pretty dark. And I just glued on some flowers that I bought. Just used a regular hot glue gun. I pasted them on. I arranged them in the order I wanted them to be in, and then just glued them on, let it dry. And it's pretty easy to put on. You just tie a little ribbon in the back of your head and then let the hair down so it hides the ribbon. So that's basically it. Just remember to have fun. You can add more doodles and designs to the rest of your forehead, to your cheeks, to your shin, whatever you like. You could also change the colors if you're not a fan of purple or whatever. I just thought this would be more of a softer look. And yeah, just remember to have fun with it. Just play around with the colors and just mess around and see what designs come out.